I could go on a diet. I mean, I won't, but I could. You don't really need a job. I'm 32 and I still live with my parents. Weird flex, but okay. I've never had a job in my life and I'm living just fine. And I think most people could do it, but they don't due to societal norms.
Do you understand why that's the norm of society?
Some people consider a job a necessity, just like food, sleep, and shelter, but it's not.
Yes, it is.
However, if you don't have access to those things or your parents can't afford to keep you in their house, then a job will be a necessity. Or if they kick you out.
God, I wish your parents would kick you out. I wish you could discover some things about the world and how it works. I don't understand.
Also, most people like to be independent. Me too. But that requires too much work and I don't want to do it. Hence, I won't do it. Thoughts?
Not very many thoughts at all, except don't. Why? What is this? r/nihilism. The biggest argument against nihilism at all is like your own self-preservation. Obviously, you want to live comfortably at your parents' house. You haven't given up completely, so you're not really a nihilist. You're just a lazy bag of trash, and you need to do better. What happens when your parents die, dude? Like, no work history at all. It's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. Next one.
How can I find an app like Tinder where the girls have lower standards and there are no heavy-set girls?
Oh, wow. Where do I start here? There isn't one? You want to meet interesting people who are interested in you? Then make yourself interesting.
I am an interesting person, that's for sure.
Yeah, I believe you. Spoken like the human equivalent of a bowl of bran flakes. If you can't hack it on Tinder, bro, the lowest common denominator, then maybe it is time to step your game up. The magical app that you've proposed will never exist. It's just that easy.
You think you gamers are oppressed, huh? Try living in a society where people think that ponies are for girls.
Wow. See, he's a pony, but he's also
an agent of chaos.
That's weird.
CMA, I'm a 25-year-old NEET who made a list of demands to my parents that they must meet before I apply for a job.
How about no? How about get out of my house?
Conditions that must be met in order for me to consider finding employment.
Bro, you about to learn some hard lessons. 1,
I'm allowed to spend my income on whatever I want as long as it's legal. That includes alcohol or tobacco or other substances, and you may prohibit me from in the house, but if I want to drink or eat edibles in the house, then you have to tolerate it.
Oh, God, dude. You have no foresight at all. Why not save up your money, get your own place? I guess this is like the follow-up post from that first guy.
2, I'm allowed to engage in whatever risky behavior I want, so long as it's legal. This includes things like walking around in sub-zero temperatures in shorts, riding a motorcycle without a helmet, and playing tackle football without a helmet. Also, if I want to go to the tanning booth or get tattoo or piercings on parts of my body, you can't prohibit this.
Riding a motorcycle without a helmet, huh? Well, maybe this problem will solve itself.
3, you will purchase cable TV and apologize for not buying it my entire life. Be glad I'm not demanding reparations. Reparations? $50,000 in payment, since that's how much 22 years of cable would have cost.
Good Lord, dude. That's where your life went all wrong? Because you didn't have cable TV? You could have used that time for, like, self-betterment. Obviously, you did not.
4, you'll pay for me to get my ears pierced and buy me the sword earrings that I want.
Oh, God.
You will apologize for not letting me get them pierced when I was younger.
Bro, you 25. You can't afford to get your own ears pierced? This is a sad situation. Sadder than sad.
5, you'll apologize for being strict when I was younger and admit that you were wrong to restrict the media content I was allowed to access as a minor.
Can you imagine how much further off the deep end this dude would be if he was allowed to just watch whatever he wanted? Nah, the parents did the best that they could, and he's just determined to be a loser. I have never seen somebody like this committed to failing.
6, I will not be expected to do chores under any circumstances.
Why? Because you work? Everybody works and then they come home and do chores. This is real life.
7, I'll be allowed to say whatever profanities and derogatory or violent things I want in the songs that I post on SoundCloud.
Oh, God. How many plays you got on SoundCloud, my dude?
You're not allowed to prevent me from using my YouTube account, regardless of how offensive or vulgar the songs I make are.
Is that your path to the top? No matter how edgy the songs you make are, I'm pretty sure they still have to be good on some level. He's really hoping this is his ticket out, but I haven't even heard the songs. I can guarantee you it ain't. He don't apply himself in life. Why is he gonna apply himself to music, seriously?
If these conditions are unacceptable to you, then you're welcome to evict me. If you lack the guts to do so, then you're stuck with me and my unemployment.
Are you serious? I will put you on the street right now. The paperwork has started, okay? In 3 months, we'll never talk to you again, and that was your choice. Your demands are ludicrous. Everyone here is dumber for having listened to it. And we gotta move on. It's never gonna happen, and I refuse to spend any more time in Fantasyland. So goodbye.
Forget white girls and Latinas. Have you ever seen a traditional Japanese girl?
Yeah, I was in Japan for 4 years.
Japanese girls are so wholesome and pure. Oh,
I mean, you put them up on a pedestal. I think most women are pretty wholesome and pure, except for the ones that ain't. But even then, you shouldn't necessarily write them off. Japanese women, just like basically every other woman on the planet, yeah, they like to bang it out. I don't know where you got wholesome and pure from, but that's simply not the case. And if it was the case, then you'd have to apply it to every other woman on the planet. I guess that's what this episode is today. I refuse to get a job and I deify Asian women. It's really a weird vibe, but we'll keep going.
How do I take the smell of pee out of my carpet?
Well, 1, don't pee on the carpet.
I, 30 male, live in my parents' basement.
Oh, God, there's so many of them.
And I had a girl come over to my room that is located in my parents' basement for the first time. And I still have my V card.
Oh boy, you invited a woman over to your neckbeard nest in hopes of getting some. It's not gonna happen.
But when she came over, she said,
"It smells like piss in here."
And I was planning to make a move on her, but after she said that, it discouraged me. And we sat and talked for a little while, and she left.
I mean, I guess you're picking up what she's putting down. The clues are there that this is not going to happen, but you didn't even try. You're just that scared of a woman. I'm sure there's more context. I'm sure she's like a study partner for this 30-year-old community college student. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
The reason why it smells like pee in my room in the basement is because sometimes when I need to pee, I pee in empty water bottles and I leave it in my drawer until I empty out the water bottles, but sometimes I pee in the water bottle and it misses the mark and some gets on the carpet. So the carpet in my room smells like pee, but it's a really big carpet so I can't put it in the washing machine.
This is so bad. Do you not realize how bad this is? I don't even have a joke. I legitimately just want you to get some help, man. This is not okay.
It didn't bother me before, but now it does, since it basically blocked my ding dong. So I'm wondering, how could I clean my carpet and get the smell of pee out?
Promise me that you're not gonna do this no more. I mean, even if you promise me, I don't believe you. So figure it out.
I don't want to pay someone to clean my pee-covered carpet. I want to do it myself.
Yeah, for the first time in your life.
By the way, don't say I'm lazy for peeing in water bottles. If you haven't lived in a basement before, climbing stairs every time you need to go pee is torture.
Torture, dude. Hyperbolic statement of the year. Honestly, I think going up and down those stairs could do you some good, son. If you really insist on peeing in bottles, maybe carry the bottles with you upstairs when you finally do decide to go upstairs, right? So yeah, twice a month, just take all your pee bottles and bring them up the stairs and try not to fall down and cover yourself in your own pee-pee, because while that would be just comical and hilarious, I think that would lead to stashing even more pee in this nondescript drawer that you've described. It's really weird. Why do you keep it in a drawer? Because probably you're embarrassed of it, right? And if it's something that's embarrassing to you, maybe you should choose to live differently. I don't know if this chick was DTF or whatever, but really you should be living for you, please. All right, how about this one here?
Anime women are so much better than real women. It's amazing how they sound like real women, but they're so much more mature and wise and better than real women. I hope women are reading this and feel inferior to 2D anime women who sound and act better than you'll ever be. Bump.
Why are you bumping this? What are you talking about? What sort of reaction do you expect? You got your 6 upvotes for some mysterious reason. Please take them and go. You wanna know why anime women sound more mature and wise? Because they have a team of hundreds that put them to the page and bring them to life, all right? Those aren't her thoughts. She has no actual thoughts. It's a team of writers attempting to feed a moral to you, but apparently that hasn't worked at all. Part of me does kind of want to encourage this, because that means this dude is like out of the dating pool. He's got to leave real life women alone. So good. I highly encourage this, and I wish you and your waifu the best. Did that sound believable?
As a February guy, I only trust someone who can see 3 things in me. 1, the sorrow behind my smile. 2, the love behind my anger. And 3, the reason behind my silence.
Wow, dude, you're super edgy. You know this is one of those jackets they got off Facebook Marketplace or whatever.
Don't mess with a girl whose dad is a Capricorn who likes the color blue.
Like, what are you talking about, man? And of course there's a wolf on it. It may not be strictly just neckbeard things, it's just kind of a lame jacket, but I'll allow it. Obviously he thinks he's tougher than he is. We'll just move on.
Minor coded or not, their height. Any girl under 5'7" is basically a red flag for being minor coded, since that's around the common height for children. This applies to canon head characters and OCs.
5'7"? What kids are walking around here at 5'7"? Nope. All I can really say is nope. This seems like a really hard reach. Make sure you stretch your back out before reaching this hard. If we're talking about like actual little people, I think under 4 feet tall, like Maybe. But even then, it seems like getting involved in something that you are supposed to have nothing to do with. Like, if you see somebody dating somebody over 7 feet, are you like, oh, she's into gigantism? It's giant coded. It's the dumbest thing in the world, okay?
But I'm going to Southeast Asia to lose my V card.
Please don't. We don't want you.
I never thought that a white male in their early 20s already has to consider going to Southeast Asia to not only lose my V card, but to enjoy experiences that were denied to me in university and high school.
The experiences were there, dude. The fact that you didn't get to experience them is not my problem, okay? Now you're gonna make it all of Southeast Asia's problem? No. Stay in your country, okay? If you can come over, respect the people in the culture, which I know you can't because you don't even have respect for yourself, then come over and try to live like a normal life, you know? But if you're here for sex tourism, I don't want you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to know that you exist. I hate everything about it.
I'm tired of being the nice guy. I listened to every woman whine about how their date was treating them like crap, but all of a sudden I learned that their crappy behaviors are being rewarded with boom boom by that woman.
Oh my God, OP, you're such a victim. I'm sure you were just listening to that out of the goodness of your heart with no expectations whatsoever, right? Right?
Man, no woman's ever expressed interest in me besides using me for a free meal because I work a good job and that I am on average smarter than most men my age.
Citation needed.
I will never be the bad boy that women want me to be, but that's their fault, not mine.
Yeah, nothing's ever your fault, is it?
I should be able to enjoy S3X. It's a necessary milestone for character development.
I think you're putting a lot of emphasis on it. I'd wager there's plenty of people out there that have lots of character developed without ever experiencing that specific thing. But I don't know, maybe it is the magic bullet for this guy. Maybe he'll develop a personality as soon as he gets some. Probably not.
Yet because I treated women like humans, I'm somehow the bad guy?
Except you're not treating them like humans. You have this hyper focus on one thing that they can offer you, and it's really sad and weird.
I can't wait to fly to Southeast Asia to bang it out because it's about time to rebel against society for being a good guy.
I don't know if participating in sex tourism is gonna make you a good person, okay? Somebody comments and says, I just want to know why Southeast Asia is the surefire place. And honestly, I've seen a lot of loser dudes walking around here. You could probably come over here and get it, you know, paid or not. However, I don't think it's gonna fulfill you, make you a better person, give you that piece of yourself that you seem to be looking for. It's been inside the entire time. Getting laid, it's one of the easiest things in the world. Developing a meaningful relationship, that is the difficult part. And I don't think this dude has it within himself to ever maintain or keep a relationship. You might find a woman who's willing to get involved because of the color of your skin and what she thinks you can offer her. But the second she figures out what you're really all about, who you really are as a person, if she has any self-respect at all, she'll be up and out, you know? And then you'll be back to square one. Good luck with the whole personality development thing, the overseas cultural enrichment thing, but I don't think it's gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out. And thank God for that, honestly. These women, a lot of them led hard lives already. They don't need you making it any harder. We'll move on. Oh no, a tribute to women of the Far East. Look at this creep. Oh, I hate him.
This video has totally broken me in terms of finding a woman in the Western American market.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the video that did that, not the fact that you're clearly a creep with a receding hairline and bad genetics. No personality outside of fetishizing Asian women. There's a lot to unpack here, honestly, but we'll continue on.
That can bring as much to the table as these ladies in other lands. I mean, given her obvious beauty, that's one thing, but take a look at the drive and the desire to be of service.
I think you're misinterpreting this. I'm pretty sure she's only moving those logs around for some social media clout, right? And then the ironic part is that if he saw an American or Canadian woman doing this, he'd be like, "Oh, look, that's so manly. How gross and disgusting." It's like you can't seem to pick a lane, and I don't understand why that is.
With a couple pieces of metal and a few strips of leather, she's gonna elevate these logs to a standing position. And the reason will become obvious in a minute here. But I want you to put this into contrast.
I think you mean context.
With the ladies in the American region. And they're complaining about who's having to do dishes or who's having to put the toilet seat up.
Dude, toilet seat is the easiest thing ever. If you're incapable of doing that, I got no hope for you.
Oh, I wish my man would do more.
How many times do you think he heard that? Not just from his girlfriend or wife, but from his mother. I wish my son wasn't a fat creep on TikTok fetishizing Asian women. Aim high, I guess.
This woman's gone out and elevated these logs with just some leather strips, and she's gonna wrap them around these logs like a papusa and carry them back to her village, to her city, to her man.
I mean, if she got a man, why is she out here carrying the logs for herself? What? It seems quite cruel to send your lady into the woods and be like, "Hey, go papusa them logs back." I know this guy would do exactly that, though. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't know, I got shin splints." He's such a loser.
And she'll contribute materially with the sweat of her own brow and her ingenuity. Meanwhile, if I don't hold my lady's coat in the mall, it's an all-time crap fit. Look at this. Oh. No wonder mail order brides are so in demand now. Oh,
Jesus! My skin is crawling off of my body! What? Please! None of this ever, okay? We are reaching levels of cringe that shouldn't even be scientifically possible, but here we are. Here we are! His measure of a good woman is how much her max load capacity. And I mean like carrying loads. I think my brain just leaked out of my ears. This is probably the worst thing that I've seen on this subreddit. Women definitely are strong, you know, they can carry logs, but how can they carry logs and also all of the very clear emotional baggage that this dude is dragging around? I hope that he just be single forever, okay? That's the answer for you. Give up. The dating pool is really big, and we decided we don't need you in it. So thank you for your riveting commentary, but I'm out. I'm out.
Hey, what's up, bro?
You probably get asked this a lot, but why does your primary chin not have a beard, but your secondary one does? That is so cold-blooded. But he makes a strong point. I got a lot of questions too. The obvious answer is probably like that it's hard to shave a fat fold, you know? But I hope that it is like legitimately just a fashion statement. He chose to do this. I would respect him so much. So I'm gonna lie to myself and go with that theory.
Women have lives that are 10 times better, and I can prove it once and for all.
Oh, here we go.
As a child, I used to be really excited for cutesy things like kittens and trains.
Trains are cutesy? Okay.
But now I no longer feel excitement for trains or cutesy things like kittens. Yet women retain their excitement and are not broken individuals like me.
I mean, that sounds more like a problem with you. You are the one that decided to let these things go. You caved to societal pressure when it said you shouldn't like kittens as a man. And come to think of it, I think most men do like kittens, small animals in some capacity, right? I don't know. Continuing.
It doesn't matter if testosterone, being bullied, or being rejected is to blame. The bottom line is that I am male and my life sucks. It doesn't matter because the bottom line is women still love cutesy things, which is evidence that their lives are 10 times better and their mental health is 10 times better.
Where are we getting this 10 times number from? Can I ask you that? I will admit he's almost on to a point here, okay? The male rate of suicide is absolutely higher. 3 to 4 times higher. You can go ahead and look that up. So he's almost stumbling onto a point, but I don't think it has anything to do with cutesy things like kittens. Like, you can like kittens if you want and still have bad mental health. Lord knows I do. List. Just generic list, okay?
Males first to die on the Titanic, women and children saved first. Males first on the front lines, women are given sniper roles or medic or air support roles in wars.
Interesting. How many wars have you been in, OP? I'm just wondering.
I can't even enjoy the finer things in life, like bubble baths. As a kid, I used to love them, but now I have a hairy, gross male body with bad aesthetics, and it's smelly, so I can no longer enjoy them. I'm also too tall to fit in the tubs, because males are taller, and also males look like savages.
I mean, I do agree with that. Man, big, hairy, I don't know how women love them. Women, small, cute.
But how can a savage enjoy the finer things in life? Especially if their mind is consumed with how unwanted and how unloved they are.
Jeez, man, I don't know. That third point in your list sounds a lot like gender dysphoria to me. That is 100% armchair psychology. Take it with a large spoonful of salt, but yeah, dude clearly isn't happy in his own body. And I do think that's really sad, you know? I will continue to enjoy bubble baths no matter how tall and hairy I get. The unloved and unwanted point that he made, like, yeah, that's a terrible thing as well, but really it comes from within. You know, you gotta learn to love and accept yourself before you go off the rails and start pointing fingers at every woman around you like, your mental health is better than mine, so you're the bad guy. Like, no, that's not how any of this works, okay?
Women can wear makeup and flamboyant clothes to attract a mate.
You can do that too, bro, I'm saying.
But males are stuck with whatever bad genes they may have and must proudly advertise their bad genes.
I don't know, man. Scene kids, early 2000s, they were killing it. Just a little eyeliner might go a long way. Maybe you try it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I'm just saying, what you're doing doesn't seem to be working, so why not try something different? I do feel really bad for this dude, and I refuse to accept the answer of like, oh, he's just a broken person. That is how life works. It really isn't, dude. You can choose change at any point, but you seem intent on choosing misery for whatever reason, and I hope that you get that figured out, you know? Stop blaming other people and take responsibility for your own problems. That's it. All right, last one for the day.
I told my tattoo I want 2 scars on my face and blacking out my eyes. It was painful, but I didn't twitch. After he was done, I demanded for a mirror. He said,
"What?"
I repeated, and angry, I said, "Mirror!"
I'm pretty sure most tattoo artists show you what they did, like, as soon as it's over. You don't have to demand the mirror. This is all going on in dude's head.
As I was moving solely, not just yet of getting up, I started to cackle and laugh, he said in an upsetting way. I did what I could. Are you okay?
God, the syntax of this is just horrible.
As I got up to look at myself in that bigger mirror, he says,
Sir, are you okay?
As I laugh even louder in pain, and laughing and calmly said, I never felt better, with the creepiest smile. Don't ask why. You'll never understand why.
I hope to never understand why. You, please stay away from me. You're not welcome here. If I see you around my shop again, you're gonna catch 2 in the chest and 1 in the head, all right? Imagine trying this hard to be edgy. This guy's entire life is just consumed with edgelordery. And you can see it because he posted this on his social media. He's got these tattoos and whatnot. He probably can't even enjoy a proper bubble bath. I think that's really what all this boils down to. Take a bubble bath today. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I hope you'll like, comment, sub, maybe share the video around. That'd be pretty cool. Follow me on all the things. Thank you to my Patreon patrons and YouTube channel members, as always. Always remember, you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.